Greetings, viewers. It's Tag Talks back for another episode on current and critical topics of the food industry. Today's guest expert is Tag Food Safety Director Lacey Keesee, discussing the newest major food allergen, sesame, and what its addition means to the food industry. I'm your host, Lisa Lupo. And before we get started, I want to remind you to click subscribe now to ensure you don't miss a single episode. Hello, Lacey.
Hey, how's it going, Lisa?
I am doing just great. I hope you are too. So we're going to talk about sesame. Effective January 1st of this year, sesame became the U.S.'s 9th major food allergen. What exactly does that mean for the food industry?
So I think having a new allergen that we're not used to over the past years, we've been seeing, that top 8 really affected the food industry from everywhere from a training standpoint to an update to documents and learnings within food safety programs, even for companies that don't run sesame products, because everyone had that top 8 listing that we all know so well. There was a lot of change for folks who are dealing with sesame in their products, of course, because they had to go back into their food safety plans and their allergen control programs and completely revamp what they were doing. There's been a lot of work for companies who run that sesame allergen with that, and a lot of them that we've been seeing are still trying to catch up, even though they had plenty of time to be ready for the sesame allergen starting this year in January.
So has there been like any particular segment of the industry that you've seen as most impacted by this addition? And what are their major challenges?
So far, the majority of our clients that I have worked with are bakeries. You have sesame seed, that goes in and on top of a lot of different recipes and a lot of different products that are offered nationwide in a retail and fast food chain setting. And they are really dealing with not only the declaration of that allergen, but having to revamp their allergen control plan, their equipment layout of their facility, where the sesame products are actually running, their sanitation programs. And it's really affected everything, not only from training to running the product, to the process controls, to the allergen controls, as well as the labeling and the supply chain, all the way down to the customer level. I've even seen the postings at like the drive-through on certain fast food chains, making customers aware because of this new requirement. It's very interesting to see those changes roll all the way out.
So with all that, what preventive actions can a facility apply to guard against undeclared allergens, including sesame?
I think one of the biggest things that we've seen, other than labeling, of course, is that sanitation allergen preventive control, because not only do you have to ensure you're storing it properly when the raw material containing sesame comes in, but you have to understand where the potential for cross contact is on your equipment, on your lines that's actually running it, on the fact that if they're bringing in something like a sesame seed, which is a very small piece of food, they are so difficult to clean. If there's a spill, they can get everywhere. They can get in the smallest nooks and crannies, and even in the storage areas and traffic control patterns throughout the processing areas. They've had to do some different things within their facility, not only so people understand how to properly handle them, but how to properly clean up after them and segregate them in certain areas when they are running sesame products in close proximity to non-sesame containing products.
So how does TAG help companies with this?
So we definitely have been in several different facilities. We have assessed from a remote standpoint their different food safety plans and changes that they're making. We have also been able to assess label declarations to ensure they were accurate. And we've been able to go into facilities to really understand the current struggles that they have with their sanitation and their allergen control programs, and make suggestions and recommendations for how to properly adhere to the preventive control of needing to be able to keep this allergen in check.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Lacey, for all the information and a little bit of assistance for people who are trying to deal with this new allergen. And I
Thank
want to
you.
thank the viewers once again for joining Tag Talks on current and impactful industry trends and events. And don't forget to click subscribe to stay informed. Thank you, Lacey.
Bye. Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.